friends. Miss Renee here, bringing you our story today. First of all, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. I sure miss you, and I can't wait until I can hug you and see you again on Sunday at church. But for now, we're going to have a story in my basement. So our story today comes from the Old Testament, and it's about a prophet named Ezekiel. This is Ezekiel. Does that look like Ezekiel? Well, his name is Barry, but we're going to call him Ezekiel today, and he's going to help us tell our story. So this is the deal with Ezekiel. So Ezekiel was a prophet, which we've talked about before. A prophet is someone who God gives words to the prophet to tell the people. So God gives words to Ezekiel to tell the people. And what was special, I should say unique about Ezekiel, is that it was the worst time in the whole history of Israel when Ezekiel became a prophet. So he had a tough job. Does he look like he had a tough job? He kind of looks tired, doesn't he? Anyway, so Ezekiel has to give a tough message to the people of Israel. And something crazy happens in his story. So I want you guys to pay close attention. Look around here, and you can get some clues about what's coming. So Ezekiel's thinking, man, I've got to tell these people what God wants me to tell them. And do you know what happens? God gives Ezekiel, wait, he's going to go over here. God's going to give him a prophecy, or like a dream kind of, to tell the people. So he's over here getting his prophecy, and then he comes back, and in his vision, he goes up on this hill, and he looks down, and what does he see? What do you guys see? What is in the valley? My goodness, what is this? Ah! Oh no! What's in the valley? What are these, guys? Look. It's bones. It's dry, dead bones. And Ezekiel looks down there and he's like, ah! These dry, dead bones. What does this mean? What does God want me to tell the people with the dry, dead bones? Then something crazy happens. Crazy. And I kind of broke the skeleton, so I hope I can put him back together really quickly. Anyway, God shows him, God actually puts the skeletons back together and puts the muscles back on him and the bones back on him, and they get up and they're alive. And Ezekiel's like, ah! And then he says, oh my goodness, what does this mean? And so he's alive. I don't really know what this skeleton is, but I found it upstairs. I don't know, guys. What do you think it is? I think it's is it a fish? Oh, it's a squirrel. Imagine the squirrel head skeleton with bones on it, and it gets up and it's dancing. And then look, guys, this is like a horse skeleton, and Ezekiel's looking at him, and he's getting up, and he's got his tail feather, or his tail, and his mane, and he's running around. And Ezekiel said, oh, I know what God wants me to tell them. He wants me to tell them, even though things are really hard and things seem dead and dry, I can bring back things to life. And so Ezekiel goes, ding, aha. And so he goes, boop, 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 boop. And he goes back to Israel, and then let's pretend that all the people are out there. And he says, hey, guess what, guys? Guess what? What do you think he told them? He said, God told me to tell you in this crazy dream he gave me that even though things are hard, and even though things seem dead, and even though things are dry, I can do things that no man can do. I can bring them back to life and put muscles back on dead bones and skin back on dead bones, and I can bring life to these guys. And I can also bring life to you as a nation, and I will bless you again. And do you know what they did? He's like telling them, he's all nervous, and they said, woohoo, we're so excited, thank you. And his vision really encouraged them. So, what does this mean for us today? So let's transition over to the dry erase board. Come over here. We'll bring Ezekiel with us. Maybe we should bring our skeleton friend, even though his legs didn't want to stay on. And I'm not sure how to make them stay on. Okay, we'll bring the horse skeleton. So, what is our key verse today is Ezekiel 37:27, when God says, "My dwelling place shall be with them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people." And I loved this main idea, the way that it was written in our story today. It says, God gave the bones life, symbolizing that God can do things no person can do, and he can turn bad situations into opportunities to bring him glory and honor. Let's say that one more time. I'll read it a little bit slower. And Ezekiel's going to help me. God gave the bones life, symbolizing that God can do things no person can do, and can turn bad situations into opportunities to bring him glory and honor. This was super encouraging to me, and I hope it is to you. We're kind of in this crazy situation right now, aren't we? We're not going to school. We can't go to Target. We can't go to parks. It's just kind of crazy. And this was really encouraging to me that God can turn bad situations into opportunities to bring him glory and honor. So this week, when you feel like, oh, I'm in a bad situation, remember this. Remember what Ezekiel told the people of Israel and what God tells us, that he can use bad situations into opportunities to bring him glory and honor. All right. Say bye to Ezekiel. I hope you guys have a great week. I miss you. We'll see you real soon. Bye.